Coach, the weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Atlanta Falcons. Now ready to get us started, the punter, Drew Kaiser. And off we go on EA Sports. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. Oh, now he bowls him over. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Perkins. He's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
When offenses dial up big shots downfield, they're not always for the guys out wide. Sometimes they want to go to their big target, deep downfield, and the defense breathes a sigh of relief. 50-50 balls, not easy to get away from the big targets.
At their own 28-yard line.
Right there. Yeah, right there. 54 Mike. I got it.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
2nd and 6 at the 49-yard line.
Check 53. Yeah. We don't want none.
They run it with Ballage. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can square the play before he gets there.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
Mike. 53. Mike. Hey, tight.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 9-yard line.
Mike, 53. Mike. I don't even know why this team showed up.
Ballage. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Check 99. Check 99. Hey, tight.
On play action, Allen. This is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
First down and goal to go.
That's 319. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Squeeze, double. 56. Go.
Here's a run with Ballage. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. On 2nd and goal, Allen. That's caught at the 3. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, Drew Kaiser to boot it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak. Got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. On 1st and 10, Perkins. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Let's go.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Let's go, deep, tighten up.
Operating from the gun, Perkins. He finds McKinnon, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Got it. 45, Mike, 45. All day, every day. Okay?
On first down, here's Breida. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
He's brought down by Deion Jones. A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. From the gun, Perkins. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
3 bugs. Check.
Throwing on first down is Allen. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
That's a lot of points. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they're bringing your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
13 yards there and a Niner first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Perkins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And his first carry, he loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Perkins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely, he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game lose.
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Allen. Looking deep here for Ebron. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the 1st down, even throwing the football.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
1st down, 49ers.
On 1st down, Perkins, the first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Throwing on 1st down, Perkins. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. To the air, Allen. It's caught by Mike Evans. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not at all.
Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a 1st down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run here with Balazs. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as score. And now look at him go. The 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Kalen Ballage with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Falcons have retaken the lead.
When you know you've got a home run hitter on your side of the ball, and you know that he can score from anywhere on the field, it usually inspires the rest of the guys to do their jobs even better. That resulted in a lot of great blocks downfield because they knew if they gave him space, he could do exactly what he did, put the ball in the end zone.
That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Perkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing from the gun. Perkins. Goodwin able to haul it in. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. On 1st and 10, Perkins. That'll be complete to Breida. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. He rifles one that's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the return will stop right around the 25. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got Vioski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
They'll start on the ground with Balaj. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Balaj. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Right there. Sunday. Hey, keep it up. 36. Pull it high. Half 85. Watch out. Check Mike 55. Echo. Watch the screen.
From midfield, here's Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Focus, defense, focus. Half. Undercross.
Now they try the right side here. So naturally they will decline it. They got the first down anyway on the play.
Who needs a penalty when you picked up the first down through hard work and effort anyway? First down.
Mike. 53. Mike. You ain't going nowhere. Pick the edge. Alert. Jim. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Toss play to Balaj. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Here we go. Regular. Let's bring it. Check 31. Alert. Check. Tighten up. Hey, home. Go.
Now Allen. Steps away to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
Nick Bosa. He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down.
Here we go. 54, right there, right
Bravo!
there. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
check Mike 54. Mike 50. 5 wide. Let's go, Heavy. Let me what you got. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Here we go.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Going for it all. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
They don't want to keep playing. Woo! Let's get it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I got you. Mike 54. Alert! Let's go. Hatchet. Watch the twist. Half. Here we go.
Allen now throwing again. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up 3rd down. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This from 42 yards out. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
That'll be taken in the end zone. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
Watch out. Alert flare. Monday. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Here's Allen to throw it. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. And again this time to the tailback. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
All 52. Right there. Alert. All you get is a headache. Slam. Big edge.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And that will be incomplete. There to get a hand in and knock that one away, DJ Reed. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way, creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the gun, Perkins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Genard Avery in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Operating from the gun, Perkins going up top, and he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice, able to get a hand in and tip it away.
46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Everything here, we're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
They'll run on first down. Sawyer. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Tighten down. There you go. Watch twist. Shoot.
They'll keep it on the ground. Sawyer. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain. And it's 3rd and 2 now.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
5 wide.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Brings up 4th down and 1.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, 49ers. Officially, that goes down as a kick return of 107 yards. What a run, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
He fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it. And you're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he approved the green light for bringing it out from deep in the end zone. And that's exactly why he did.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed.
Super toe.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Allen. To the right side to Eric Ebron. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Alert, alert, alert.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen. And he will find his man on the outside. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Now a handoff looking right. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. 14 yards there, a Falcon 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, to be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain.
Check. Middle. Check. 53, smart. Gotta do better. Come on, go.
On 2nd and 9. Allen, blitz coming, and down he goes. Nick Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Falcons on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 and 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 16.
53 is the mic. I got you, son. I got you, son. Ball 52. Safety's creeping. Pass.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Breida. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Second and 9 at the 21-yard line.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Check. Rush in.
From the gun, Perkins. They'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Perkins. Man open, it's Goodwin. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have retaken the lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
19. Josh Lambeau set to kick off.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Switch.
Right back to him on first down. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
got it.
Throwing now is Allen. Ebron with it over the middle. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
The Falcons on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Allen to throw. From the gun, he'll throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. To throw, it's Allen. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
61, matchbox white.
That's caught at the 2. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. From 4 yards out. As his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point up and through. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, Drew Kaiser to boot it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Looking to throw. Perkins. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
But the fans should be applauding this defense right now. It's an excellent job. They force a 3 and out, and they should be able to set up their guys with great field position, probably near midfield or better.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. And out of bounds. This will depend on where they spot it. And they'll say at the 45.
At their own 45-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense.
And at the end of it, he stripped. Ball comes loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10.
Ground 80!
46-yard
Check. Walk 54. Walk 54. And let's pin the mirror.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. To throw is Allen. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Allen's pass to the sideline and incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. And to give this time to the tailback. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Now after the touchdown, Drew Kaiser to boot it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And they're going to stop him short of the 20 with a penalty flag down. And what's the call here?
Let's go, fellas.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Back to throw. Perkins. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's second down.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the fourth quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Throwing again. Perkins. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Perkins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Back to throw. Perkins. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons are close to finishing off this football game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. We got it.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
Check line 54. Get ready, get ready.
The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And now they face a 2nd and 6 after the penalty. Now they try the right side here. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Now Allen. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Well, they only had a yard to go. They try to pass the football. Defense blitz. Defense got there.
Yeah, I think on this one, this is probably good scouting, understanding a few tendencies, and figuring out that, hey, they may take a shot, and they dialed up the pressure and got to him.
They said their goal was to win 7 games. They've done that pretty early in the year.
I think it's time for them to elevate that number and really make a big push to finish this season strong.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.